Within our minds lies something powerful, the essence of positivity and its significant effect on our well-being. Positive thoughts possess a distinct quality, a grace that shields us from becoming ensnared in obsession. Unlike negative thoughts, which often seek to multiply and entangle us in despair, positive thoughts are less likely to persistently trouble us. They stand firm, content in their unique existence. It's an undeniable truth that our minds, as architects of our experiences, wield significant influence over our physical selves. An energy flows through us, and negative thoughts disrupt this harmonious flow, creating internal blockages. Even traditional medicine acknowledges the connection between our mental state and physical vitality, though acceptance varies. Most would agree it's preferable to cultivate good thoughts over unpleasant ones. As mentioned earlier, negative thoughts can disrupt your energy flow and inevitably lead to stress. Consider the resonance within yourself when caught in stress or repetitive negative thinking. The discomfort and the tangible reaction of your body. This illustrates the delicate link between mind and body, where disharmony disturbs the natural life force flow. Recall times when you were trapped in negative thoughts. How did your body respond? It likely wasn't a pleasant experience. It's crucial to recognize that negative thoughts desire replication and proliferation. They thrive on capturing attention and generating more negativity. They spread rapidly. One bad thought breeds others. Conversely, positive thoughts remain resilient, a beacon of light that doesn't require constant replication. They gracefully resist obsessive multiplication, satisfied with their simplicity. The mind, often a labyrinth of reflections, can sometimes trap us in its patterns. However, being ensnared by positive obsessive thoughts is rare. Do you know why? Because positivity doesn't crave domination like its counterpart does. It isn't driven to dominate our consciousness with relentless repetition, since positive thoughts don't need to constantly be at the forefront. They are content to serve as a helpful guide without monopolizing all our attention. Imagine the simplicity of a thought that states life is beautiful. I'm not referring to any deep, poetic expression. It's simply acknowledging that life can be wonderful. This kind of positive affirmation acts as a signpost, directing us towards experiencing life's beauty in a deeper way. Thoughts like these serve as gentle guides leading us to good experiences. They don't overwhelm, but simply point towards positivity. When we entertain a thought like this about life, even briefly, it allows us to absorb our surroundings and transform them into authentic experiences. Picture a positive thought as your guide during such moments. It can work wonders. Now, let's discuss how to shift from negative thinking to positive thinking. While it's important, the real transformation comes from recognizing something beyond the thoughts themselves. Positive thoughts, though pleasant, don't set you free. True liberation is found in discovering a space beyond all thought. Consider this. Negative thoughts demand your attention and identification. They require you to remain unaware so they can continue thriving in your life. They're like a mental virus. Identify with them, focus on them, and they grow. Some thoughts behave like persistent viruses, occupying your mind or parts of it indefinitely. It's intriguing to consider because these mental viruses can easily spread through groups of people, nations, tribes, religions, or political movements. They function like bodily viruses, proliferating and taking root deeply. Our intentions alone aren't sufficient to change our thoughts. Without a shift in consciousness, good intentions might lead to more suffering. Once mental viruses take hold, they can result in unimaginable consequences. Wisdom lies in understanding that true freedom comes from transcending thought itself. Positive thoughts serve as guides, but genuine liberation exists beyond the realm of constant thinking. By grasping this concept, we can navigate the complexities of our minds and society more effectively, avoiding the traps set by mental viruses that might otherwise dominate us. Just as a virus eventually fades away, sanity begins to re-emerge. It may not represent perfect clarity of mind, but offers a return to some level of sanity compared to the extreme unconsciousness present during the viral takeover. When people fall victim to mental viruses, their perception of the world becomes skewed, tinted by a particular mindset. For instance, spending extensive time online can foster these mental viruses. You might encounter seemingly credible information that is entirely fictional, yet it takes hold in your mind, shaping and altering your reality. This is especially noticeable in the realm of conspiracy theories. While some may contain a grain of truth, many are mere fabrications built upon cultural narratives. Sometimes I find the world quite irrational, particularly in politics. I don't dismiss the possibility of conspiracies or bizarre events. However, my advice is to avoid getting tangled in the web of conspiracies. I genuinely believe our purpose is to be present and embody a different state of consciousness, because engaging in battles at the same level of unconsciousness is futile. To effect real change, we must rise above the chaos by embracing a consciousness that surpasses the unconscious patterns prevalent in our world. Choosing positive thoughts is beneficial, but we must go beyond that into a space that transcends even thoughts themselves. As we explore what exists beyond thought, we naturally experience a decline in negative thoughts as our inner presence grows stronger over time. The beauty of positive thoughts lies in their spontaneous emergence, allowing a significant part of your consciousness to become independent from the thoughts swirling in your mind. A shift towards greater presence occurs, and you begin to appreciate life not through persuasion, but through direct experience of the present moment. That's why I also emphasize gratitude here on this channel. Gratitude is a truly transformative force that goes beyond simple acknowledgments. It embodies a profound appreciation for everything around us, further reinforcing our presence. Over time, saying thank you becomes secondary to feeling gratitude itself. Practicing gratitude can be immensely beneficial on your journey, as it helps you recognize beauty in things that might otherwise go unnoticed. So make it a habit to give thanks for life's simple wonders. The way light reflects off water with its tiny bubbles, a living and vitalizing substance, appreciation transforms into a spiritual practice, a deliberate act of being attentive to the world through presence. It's not merely about expressing gratitude. It's about viewing life through the lens of presence. Everything around us gains significance, becoming an essential part of our spiritual journey. Initially, it might feel like a practice, but over time, it naturally becomes the essence of your lifestyle. Gratitude takes on a supportive role rather than being the main focus, while thoughts serve as guides, directing you towards something beyond their own realm. For many individuals, the onset of spiritual practice and self-realization begins with a sudden awareness of being caught in negative thought patterns accumulated over the years. This is a moment of awakening when the veils are lifted and people find themselves no longer ensnared, but instead observing their mental processes. This marks the beginning of a journey towards spiritual awakening. The crucial step here is to identify the dominant thought patterns that have influenced your life in recent years. It requires introspection on how these thoughts shape your perceptions of others, the world, yourself, and your entire existence. This realization is a significant leap as it signifies that awareness or presence has indeed emerged. As you become aware of your prevailing thoughts, a newfound awareness starts to develop, allowing you to observe the mental landscapes that once confined you. It's not solely about adopting positive or negative thinking. It's about comprehending the essence of your thoughts and their influence on your perception of reality. This heightened awareness and newfound presence serve as catalysts for spiritual growth. They represent the initial step on the journey toward a deeper understanding of yourself and the world. Embracing this awareness enables a shift in consciousness, paving the way for a transformative journey that transcends habitual thought patterns' limitations. Imagine presence as a light illuminating the deepest corners of our consciousness. When we become aware of the present moment, this presence acts as a catalyst, elevating our consciousness beyond habitual thought patterns' constraints. Presence invites us to fully immerse ourselves in the now, experiencing each moment without being overshadowed by past memories or future concerns. By doing this, we broaden our awareness and move away from the stagnation of automatic, repetitive thoughts that often lead to negativity. Being present creates a mental space that lets us observe our thoughts, which is essential for breaking negative cycles. This observation places us in a prime position to identify these patterns before they become ingrained. The increased awareness gained from being present brings clarity, allowing us to question and challenge automatic thoughts. This is key to disrupting negative cycles, enabling us to stop identifying with these thoughts before they gain control over us. Furthermore, presence connects us to a deeper inner wisdom. When we stay present, we tap into a higher consciousness that goes beyond the duality of positive and negative thoughts. This elevated consciousness helps us understand the true nature of thoughts and choose those that uplift and nourish the mind. Presence not only elevates our consciousness, but also serves as a natural remedy for negative thought patterns. It empowers us to actively transform our relationship with thoughts, fostering a more positive and balanced mindset. On this path, we find the freedom to select thoughts that encourage personal growth, empathy, and joy. Consistent practice not only liberates us from the confines of negative thinking, but also propels us toward a fuller, more meaningful life. We are undeniably on an intriguing inner journey. My personal perspective on this journey is deeply rooted in the belief in our ability to overcome the constraints of negative thinking. To me, presence is more than just a technique. It is a continuous awakening to the richness of the present moment. Understanding how our thoughts shape reality is a revelation that allows us to reshape our internal narrative actively once it's grasped. Throughout my journey, one thing has become increasingly clear. The depth of our connection with the present moment forms the basis of our conscious existence. In my experience, I've found that those times when I was truly present were when I felt an inexplicable sense of peace, clarity, and purpose the most. When we choose to live with greater awareness and presence, we not only change our own reality, but also positively impact the world around us. Every act of being present, every moment of genuine awareness, becomes a beacon of inspiration for those who encounter us. However, it's important to realize that this transformation isn't a one-time event. It's an ongoing process. Consistent mindfulness leads us to deeply understand our true selves, peeling back layers of conditioning that often hold us back. As we reach the conclusion of this journey, I want you to take away this message. Within you lies a universe of possibilities waiting to be discovered. By opting to live intentionally and mindfully, you not only unlock your own limitless potential, but also inspire others to do the same. So embrace the journey with awareness, courage, persistence, and most importantly, with unwavering belief in your ability to grow and thrive. I hope this message serves as a lasting reminder of the transformative power of presence and our boundless capacity to create lives rich with meaning, purpose, and love. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If this video resonated with you, please like and subscribe to our channel. Share it with others so they too can benefit from this message. And feel free to leave a comment below sharing your thoughts, reflections, and experiences. Thanks again for watching and being part of this experience. Take care and see you soon.